This episode is brought to you by Shopify. That's the sound of switching your business to Shopify, the global commerce platform that supercharges your selling. Harness the best converting checkout and same intuitive features, trusted apps, and powerful analytics used by the world's leading brands. Stop leaving sales on the table. Discover why millions trust Shopify to build, grow, and run their business. Sign up today for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/tech23.
Welcome to the Instagram Stories. I'm your host, Daniel Hill. Interesting news today coming from Phoebe Park, who I follow on Instagram, and I really love her work. She does a phenomenal job of content creation, explaining Instagram and things. She posted on her story that you can now put spaces in Instagram captions without having to copy and paste an Instagram space from the internet. If you are unfamiliar with this, Instagram captioning is very complicated and spacing does not work properly because, frankly, they don't want you to make really big spaces between paragraphs. If you use some sort of punctuation mark that is not a period, the spacing definitely gets messed up. So test this out. See if you have the ability to put spaces in captions without needing to do anything special in order to make that work. In other Instagram news, the University of Florida College of Journalism and Communications came out with a really interesting study about the factors that can influence the spread of misinformation on Instagram, focusing on two specific cues. First, consensus, which involves judging credibility based on trustworthiness and reputation of endorser, and bandwagon, meaning the more positive feedback, the more credible the post. The researchers believed that the presence of a trusted endorsement in an Instagram post containing misinformation positively affects the perceived message credibility, and a bandwagon cue positively influences perceived message credibility of an Instagram post containing misinformation. So basically, here's what they looked at. They looked at posts from trusted celebrities and then looked at the number of likes for that particular post, theorizing that the more likes, the more likely it would be for that information in that post to seem credible, how authentic it is, how accurate it is, and how believable the content appears. This study is very long, but the researchers found when participants viewed the post of a celebrity endorsing a message, they rated that message as more credible. However, and this is really interesting, the number of likes that the post had no effect on the message credibility. I think that sort of makes sense because when you look at the post, you're trying to judge how many likes that post would get based on time. If the post was recently posted, like within the past hour or two, it might not have as many likes as it would if it was up for a day or two or longer. So I think that sort of does make sense. What does this research mean? That's the really key component. Celebrities have to be careful about what they share, like, and follow because followers are influenced by their endorsements. Here's the quote from the researchers. When a celebrity or someone in a position of trust endorses content containing misinformation, audiences may not only believe the information, but also continue to share the content to imitate the beliefs of the trusted source. End quote. Really good insights from this study from the University of Florida. I'm going to reach out to the publishers of this study and see if they would be willing to come on my podcast and talk more about this because I find this topic absolutely fascinating. That's it for today's show. Come back tomorrow for more Instagram news, tips, tricks, strategy, and whatever else I feel like talking about.